Hi there, students. To cede, C-E-D-E, a verb. As a noun, it would be cession. Okay, so to cede, to give something up, to yield something to somebody else, to give way. Let's see, that needs more explanation. For example, typically in international relations, one country will cede land to another. So, for example, Alaska was ceded to the United States by Russia. Hong Kong was ceded to the British after the Opium Wars. Spain ceded Puerto Rico to the United States. So typically to give up land or to give up a right, but under pressure, when pressured to do so, to yield, to formally surrender something to somebody else. So to cede territory, this is particularly common. Okay, so to cede, to allow someone else to have something that you let them have that's yours, particularly because you're forced to do so. You haven't got any other option, and you're not particularly willing to do it, but you've got no other point, no other possession, no other possibility. Thank you, that took me a while. Okay, so to cede control or possession of something, particularly land, because you're forced to do so. I think New Orleans was ceded to Spain in 1763, for example. Okay, so to give power over something particularly unwillingly. So, for example, a dictator is almost never willing to cede power, to give over power. He wants to hold it. Let's see, to cede something to somebody. So I don't know, control of control of manufacturing has been ceded to low wage countries. Yeah, places where pay is much lower. Okay, so to cede, to hand over, to transfer, to assign. Let's see. You can also use this verb to cede in an argument. Imagine there's a debate or a negotiation between two parties, and one party maintains these sets of positions, and the other this set of positions, and maybe one cedes or about one thing and the other cedes about the other, so they surrender their the fact that they insist on this. Okay, or maybe in a debate, I cede that you are right on that point, however generally I think you're wrong. Okay, so this is the idea of to cede. To cede control, to hand over control. So Mr. Trump was not happy to cede control after the elections. In a battle, maybe you are attacked and your army needs to retreat. You cede ground to the enemy. To cede responsibility, to hand responsibility to someone else. So central government has ceded the responsibility of education to local government, to hand over control of something. And this is the idea of to cede, to yield, to grant. So in the debate, I ceded the point to my opponent. I ceded what he was saying was true. To cede land, to surrender possession, particularly where during with a treaty. So the land was ceded by treaty. To cede territory to another country. Okay, so it's to surrender, to give up, to yield. Um, when the old regime ceded power, there was a lot of unrest in the company. So to surrender power, to hand over, to relinquish, to renounce. Okay, so to cede, you are waiving your rights to it. Waive, W-A-I-V-E. Yeah, you're saying, okay, I'm not going to keep trying to maintain my authority or my control over this. Okay, so it's to deliver, to hand over, to relinquish, and to turn something over. And particularly when you're not very happy to do so. Okay, and this is the idea of to cede. Um, let's see, formality. I think this is more on the formal side. I think I'd give it a 6.5 in formality. Use in a semi-formal conversation, I think informally to hand over, to give over, to cough up, to to yield. I think yield's a little bit more formal. And then as to origin, well, it comes from French cede, which comes from Latin itself, cedo, to yield. Yeah, to yield, to give something up to someone else. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. To Cede.